Hello, hello, hello. It's just the two of us tonight. How's it all going?
Yeah,
Apologies
going
to
well.
CJ in chat.
Tr-
We are late. Thank you for your impeccable timekeeping. How is everyone doing tonight?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
with
definitely. I think it's a cozy night tonight,
it
and
is.
I admire your patriotic football stuff in the background.
Man, I tell you, I'm struggling to keep the faith with this team. Struggling, and then I was like, right, guys, we've got like 2 minutes left. My kids are up. They're pretty bored of watching this paint dry, and I was like, right, we're gonna have to manifest it now. I got up. I
Yep.
was like, right, come on, let's go, let's go. Well, where did that goal come from? Where did it come from?
I don't know. Like
The
it's hard for me to
audacity,
know.
the
I'm just
audacity. 94th
yep.
minute bicycle kick.
Okay. I don't know what that is because, as you can tell, I'm not much of a football guy. I'm more of an ice hockey guy. For those of you
I'm
out there
sure you
that like
must know
ice
what a
hockey,
bicycle kick is.
well,
It's where the play is like
I don't look very athletic right now.
Chris Robert hands are coming out and he jumped up like that. Anyway, I'm expecting quite a quiet stream tonight because obviously the English will be out drinking. But
You say that, I'm just got my water right here.
so
So,
tonight, cozy stream, and we are looking at community spotlights and talking about prominent people in the community, trying to get to meet more people that we haven't uncovered yet.
hold on, talking of prominent people, did you want to introduce the newest member of our team that's currently helping out in chat? Moderator?
Which one? We have two.
We've got two!
He's got
Wait, what?
two. He got
He's
two.
got two!
I was
That's
wondering
a
where you were going with
reference
that.
to which film? Just so the audience know
Jingle
for
All the
when
Way, starring.
Jingle All the Way. The best Christmas film out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Turbo Man Doll, yeah.
CJ mentioned a bicycle kick is where they use a bike to swing the ball.
Mm,
What do they do with the bike after the kick? That's what I want to know, CJ.
don't know.
Turbo Man.
So, in typical One Duck fashion, an
Yep,
hour and a half to prep the stream, and there's still stuff I haven't done. This
that's
is
totally fine.
why I get panic attacks when I start. But we're here now, and we're going.
Well,
Um,
well, actually, our team are currently shouting us. That's unacceptable. We're going to talk about this afterwards. So, okay.
how am I going to
Um,
show people from the community if I can't even show the stuff? First of all,
that's quite. I mean, the community. It's it's not just streamers, is it? Like this year has been pretty awesome year for you and I. We've organized the Bar Citizen together, which went incredibly well. And for those of you that don't know, we organized the Bar Citizen because Pete and I, or One Dark and I, we met at a Bar Citizen last year. And I think that's the picture that you're showing right now. This was the
do tell
one
how
that
we.
we organized. Yeah. And, it's kind of crazy. How long have we known each other now?
It was June. June at the official
It
bus. It was in
was
the last year. So yeah,
so
how many
yeah,
great people in this photo?
I mean,
We
yeah.
could spend quite a lot of time on this photo. Obviously, you got your Jared down there in the front, and then
Yeah. And it's not all extroverted peoples, but I think the great thing about this group is it's introverts that have become extroverted when with each other. I mean, take this guy in the yellow hoodie in the bottom left. I got chatting with him. He didn't have anyone there. He turned up on a whim. And the reason he did that was because he'd done all his stuff for uni and he was able to come on down. So he just came on down. He said he likes the community so much he felt totally safe to just come on down and get in the group. And before the night was over, this guy was, I think he was on the same table as Mongrel Squad, and just he met a group. They're all hanging out, and like at the very end of it, I mean, you and I, we like it was all the people that were last standing. We all went from that venue when it closed to a kebab shop. So if you're in that group and you're out there, Like, honestly, those are memories that live with you.
But yeah, massive shout out to some of these people. We'll just go back to it quickly. So,
Yeah,
starting from the right there, we've got Freya, UK community manager. Behind him is Phil. He's the gentleman who pulls all the strings in your wallet and makes the money leave. And then you've got Diego, AI. What a guy! I shared I bought a kebab with him in Barcelona, and there's so many stories.
Can you enhance? Can we get an enhance?
I've tried to enhance. I'm afraid I can't. But
I mean, a shout out to Freya and Niku, for like helping us out, and like networking with us, and kind of just sort of contacting, like getting all the CIG guys to come across, because we had over 70 CIG devs come down,
really
which
impressive.
was, or like CIG staff, I should say.
We can enhance,
which was absolutely fantastic.
We have enhanced.
Look at that.
Yeah, beautiful faces.
So
Mongrel squad sat down at the front. Oh man.
I'm not sure how, like, the older I've become. Oh, that's the guy with the trilby in the middle. That's Daniel, and then right of the guy in the suit and the trilby. Do you see?
I'm looking for Trilby's hat, right? Oh, he has the trilby. This guy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this dude. Oh man, he was at the latest one, and there was people behind him because he's so tall, mate. And it was really hard to hear Freya asking the questions for the giveaway, and there was a couple of people stood behind him like, "Please move, please move the mountain."
Yeah.
But you've skipped over.
Yep.
You've gone past our friend Cameron. What guy? They've got Mash down there.
I didn't skip over that at all.
Oh, you're saving.
I didn't skip over him at all, because before Cameron, we've got the lovely couple that came all the way over from Venice, Italy, and I think there's the video that we had.
Too much enhanced.
Like, is this dude's birthday, and he chose to come to this event, and that's another thing about this community. I think I don't know about you.
No, we don't.
I'm hitting 35 this year, and it's like the older I've become, the less social I want to be. But whenever there's a Bar Citizen, I'm like, I've got to make it. It's got to be done. It's just such a pleasure, and it's really nice to see CIG feel the same way about that, And there's a lot of effort that goes into it from people like Cameron, who's in that very fashionable shirt right there.
Oh, what a guy though. And then we got
man.
We got who else we got?
Mongrel Squad, who will always get the first table at any event.
Mr. Screamer down here, who's part of Acer Predator's product line here in the UK.
Yep, he had some awesome hardware he brought to the event.
I'm pretty sure this guy here doesn't actually look like this. I'm not quite sure what happened. This must be an artifact from where I stitched the photos together. Mr. Dan McCabe there from the Vehicle Artistry team.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Mr. GFA here.
Wait, no, hold on. Is Dan McCabe's face, like right now, is that where you stitched the photo together?
No, that's not Dan. Dan's down here with the hat next to Harry Potter.
Yeah, sorry, because I'm watching it on a delay.
I see. Okay. Oh, hang on. That's
so there's a guide. Yeah.
See, all that time to get ready, and I failed to get ready.
Yeah.
Let's start that virtual camera.
We're always ready. This is a very British ready. Like,
Oh man.
Like, do it.
Whilst we're doing this, let's go back to the podcast view. If people something different to look at. Where are we? Okay. No, that's the wrong one.
There we are. Oh no. So yeah.
This is usually where GFA takes over and he just talks, and I'm just like doing all the technical stuff in the background. So yeah.
Clem Fandango, can you hear me? Who's the person with the purple hair? Do we know?
Purple hair?
Sure.
I mean the blue.
Yeah.
I will let you come to the next Bar Citizen where he's at and find out, because he's got an interesting job. His name escapes me for now. Can't think. No, it says purple. I'm looking for someone with purple hair. Purple hair. Purple hair.
But in terms of that, like our community engagement hasn't really just stopped at Manchester, has it?
No, it hasn't. But I'm still looking through this, and I see so many friendly people I would call friends. Like, I mean, you don't even need to see his face. Look at the leg in the air.
Oh.
Carrot.
Yep.
Then next to him, you got
Yeah,
GFA,
Carrot certainly.
Mr.
Yep.
Shiny Head himself. But yeah, I don't know so many people
We
over this
can't
side.
actually see the image right now.
You
but,
can't?
like-
Oh, yeah, of course you can't, because, yep, brilliant.
Yep.
Standard one dark
There we go.
procedure. There's Mr. Carrot's leg
No,
in the
that's all
air.
good.
Mr. GFA.
Yeah.
That's here.
So what's Carrot's story? Do you remember? Like
I mean, I know it, but it's not really for me to say. I mean, we're always trying to get him on. If you want to learn the story of the leg, he's very open about it. You probably wouldn't mind, but
no, definitely.
I don't want to take.
And he's like, honestly, we were pretty hungover past this event, as is tradition for most Bar Citizens. And we had brunch with quite a few of the guys that came down, and you know.
Yeah. Ah. Oh, is this the
yeah, I'm not sure about
the purple hair he was asking about? I'm not sure.
Yeah, front and center, CIG beard and blue hair, I think.
Yeah, and if we shoot over to the other side, you've got Senpai out here on the far left, the only guy to ever beat me at a live event. Fairly.
Yep.
Shout out to Slime.
And then next to Semper is the one and only. You did want to mention him, Commander Osborne.
Oh yeah, the Commander Osborne. Yep, he's here. It's Mr. Swanky Fisherman.
And also.
But who's this dude
and
here?
Board Gamer. That's Commander Osborne.
Oh, you're looking at the.
Fisherman. They're all together. Like the people that we wanted to mention about on this show tonight, they were all in that bit, which was yeah. So you know, if it wasn't for Board Gamer, we wouldn't be in the org that we are today. So that's one big thing.
What's the story there?
Well, we joined Synchronizers back in 2018, and that was from a Board Gamer video. So you know, we were hanging out with that, and we actually were doing some events with Board Gamer, and we went to one of the moons of ArtCorp. Can't remember which one, but we had like this crater where you had a load of vehicles. It was kind of like Thunderdome. You had to like kill each other, but you each had a vehicle. So a lot of us were in Cyclones. And Board Gamer, Warbot, who was the leader at the time, was like, "Board Gamer, you go with Eason." And I was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy! Board Gamer's coming with me." He destroyed the turret quite quickly because we had an Ursa rover take air and shear the turret right off, and he was still on it. So we were all getting shot at by everyone whilst I was driving, and it was just Board Gamer in the top with no gun, just like spinning around shouting at people. It was yeah, one of the better events I've had the pleasure to experience.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Just scrolling through numerous discords here as we're going. But so
yep.
Who is in chat? We have CJ, Mr. Spectre.
Yep.
Spectre. I can never pronounce Horby's name. Horby Docton? Is that what?
Horb?
Horbs? Did I get that right? Did I get that right?
Just go Horb.
You see what I mean?
Horby Docton. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'd say I got that quite right.
That's one. Yep.
So he was attacking just verbally and emotionally. I can't imagine Board Gamer like in that sort of like high stress situation. I get have some NordVPN.
That was pretty much exactly it. Yeah. I think it was we had people trying to torpedo the ship that was going over with everyone on board as well, so that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, like look, we got Borderkins dropped in.
Mr.
Another nice one of our community highlights.
So yeah, Bar Citizen nipped.
Bar Citizen done, and then this year we had Beacon in Belgium, in the lovely city of Liege. And
the amount of organisation that must have gone into that. Like, shout out to Commander Fran for what you put on there. getting Chris over for it, Sandy, other community managers. Freya was there, so was Niku.
Yeah.
The only one and only Elliot Maltby. I love that guy. I mean, drinks with him at that little cafe was brilliant, and just the community at large is just incredible.
Except what he said to me at the what he said to me, like just that, you know, info runners from Wish statement. I was just like, you meet CIG devs, you're like, oh, this is amazing, this is awesome, and then they just say you look like info runners from Wish, and I was just like, oh, don't know how to live that down. But you know, he's out there somewhere. There's a mission that's going to break, and I'm going to be like, Elliot, you need to sort that out. So you know,
just notice one of the moderators.
A complicated relationship. Yeah.
One of our new, or both of them having competitions at how quick they can get rid of bots in chat, and I think it's gone to Spectre, the first ban of his reign as moderator. Fantastic. So, who else did we meet at Beacon?
The one and only Tarada.
Yes, we did.
Yep, that was a pretty awesome experience for me personally. And I'm not sure if we can get videos up on this channel.
Sure. I mean, he wasn't quite who I was going to, but we can go there.
No, sure. But I mean, for me personally, like I was a huge fan of hard flying and like low flying, up until master modes dropped in, and I'm sort of trying to get it back right now. But hard flying 2 was like one of my favorite videos to come out from the community. It's just such a great video. And I really recommend it. If you guys haven't seen it, check out Hard Flying 2. That's such a great one. You need the music with it, though.
I'm not sure if audio is going to go, but I mean, this is some incredible cinematography there, which is really difficult to get in game. I really am not looking forward to when they decide to get rid of the camera.
They'll bring it back, though. I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to do it, and I'm thinking with how good graphics cards are going now, I'm not sure how probable or possible it would be to get like set different, like set up to a maximum of 3 cameras on your ship, so you could have like an over-the-shoulder shot, a close-up of the pilot, and then maybe like a sort of like a top-down one or something like that, or by the engine.
Yeah.
So that when you're flying, it's recording it and taking to your folder. Yeah, it would tank the client side for it, but when you want to do content like this, you're not really worrying so much about that because you just want to collect it for stuff afterwards. So it's probably not good for recording engagements, but like when you just want to do flying like this, would be amazing to be able to get that kind of footage with just one person rather than needing a whole team for it.
So someone else that does this style of flying is Kiosa. He does it like almost like competitively. Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm definitely going to and watch those. Yeah, class. That's a fantastic suggestion right there. But who was I going to? Who was I going to refer to? Who did we meet?
Where are you going to refer to? Who did you meet?
Before, wouldn't you like to know? But yeah, CJ's just dropped.
I've already met the man, but
yeah, Kiosa is now a Microsoft Flight Simulator player. Yeah, I suggested to him he goes low flying during for the Las Vegas Strip. That's a nice little through the buildings.
I mean, if I'm gonna really fire off the names and stuff like that, you know, we had quite a few people. Obviously, there was Thomas.
There we go, and that's where we're going. Fantastic guy in the community, really, really friendly. If you put a penny in him, he would just talk and talk and talk. But honestly, such a lovely guy. I love passion. I love seeing passion in people about what they do and what they believe in. And this card game, and these are special cards that when the game, if the game, I'd like to say when. Let's manifest it. When the game comes out, you'll be able to send these in and you'll be able to receive this back with a playing card version of this. We've played this game. We've played it a few times. I don't have the pictures to hand without scrolling through Twitter, but really
Oh
enjoyable
yeah, can
game.
you show the hammer? That can you show the hammerhead, which I won from a specific game where I beat you and you cried?
I mean, I can certainly try and find it. I don't like the tears, but yeah.
Oh, there was definite salt.
Mate, I have to be honest. I tweet so much. Um, this is not gonna be over quickly. You will not enjoy this.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine because you know, X is definitely something you're very skilled at. I try and avoid it like the plague, but just because, you peer pressured me into it, I thought I'd do it anyway. So,
It's the children's playground of the internet.
that sounds really dodgy when you say that out loud.
No, it doesn't. Oh, hang on. I think I might have landed on it. I've got a nice little G502 hero. I just unlocked that scroll wheel and span it. I mean, there's this one.
But I mean,
How I was about to ruin the citizen's whole career with the Boomer Squad.
and I love someone commented on my shirt as well at the time, which
Very nice
don't
shot.
like.
Where are we? That's us getting excited over the retribution.
Yeah, that was after like traveling, and
we were so excited we had to go to the venue.
We were just like, we're gonna go there right away.
But
that's it. QD always getting there first.
Live from the ground. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was other pictures from it. I mean, that's when we were leaving.
I mean, it's a pretty cool track record to have because, like, I've been on a lot of Frankfurt. Oh yeah, definitely. Who was that? No, go back.
That's Luigi, man. What a guy! I'm gonna come back to him in a moment, though. Like,
how many languages does he know?
5, was it?
Like 5?
Fluent in 5. This is before. Yeah, cool. Drake. Right, okay, let's go to this now. Right, so Luigi is the race, like live racing coordinator, I think his title is over at XGR. I've worked with this chap so many times during live events that I've done with British Army Esports, and when you're running an event and also running in the event with so much on the line with your sponsors, your equipment providers, you've got to uphold your end to CIG, got prizes from CIG, so there's a lot riding on it, and you're the guy who's, I don't know why you're showing galaxies right now, but when you're the guy on the ground running that, oh wait, I see it now. Yeah. We're going to get a moderator to delete that. CJ, but yeah, there was a lot riding on it, and stuff doesn't always go to plan. Streams fall out. People just say they're going to be in the event, and then they wander off either to loo, or in some cases, some people just leave. So we had people who were filling for other people, saying they were this. We were bringing people who'd lost in previous rounds back into the fold. And Luigi is this calm, super friendly guy with his voice in your ear. It just soothes you. He's got this nice soothing voice, as you heard. I mean, we
did you just say Zuzu?
No, I did not say Zuzu. But mate, we drank wine that night, didn't we?
Well, I have this thing when I go to a different location that I've not been to. If you think Belgium, so you think the beer, and we started drinking the beer, but I noticed that all the locals were drinking wine, so I was like, let's change to the wine. We did. But when that first wine started coming, you could realize pretty quick that it was stronger stuff than normal. And you guys were on it, and we had we had 2 guys from CIG come join us in the early hours. We stayed till about 4 o'clock, and one of these gentlemen from CIG had a panel the very next day to go to, and here we are, getting, we've been probably, it was hot, and we were probably drinking from like 6 to like 4 o'clock in the morning, spacing it out, and that's definitely one of my favorite memories right there.
Belgian wine,
I think that was a great evening.
Is ferocious, but it's clean. It doesn't
How
leave
are you doing the morning?
Body wise, from here down, fine, but like just piercing. It felt like someone was drilling into my head, but I wasn't tired. Like when you're hungover, you're just like, oh, I'll just sleep it off. Couldn't sleep, so I'm laying there in pure pain. And then I threw up. So at the venue.
Oh,
And I thought, it'd just be me. No Luigi. And bear in mind, I got there just before lunch. Venue opened since like 10 a.m, wasn't it? I got there like 12:30, 1. No Luigi. Message him. He's like, dude, I threw up. It's like, mate, what a guy, what a guy. But yeah, but we had such a great time playing Squadrons over there. And pleased to say, if anyone will be coming to CitizenCon, we are arranging for Thomas and his crew with the game to come over and showcase at an undisclosed location for now. We'll have more details we'd like to share with you very soon, to be fair, this week, hopefully, providing
I think it's
everything
safe. It's safe to say, like out of all the demographics of citizens, I think it's quite safe to say that the Germans party the hardest when it comes to sort of like Star Citizen events at the moment. Thomas and his team, they had such a cool stand. They had the whole top floor set out. It was great. And then, afterwards, when the whole venue closed and they moved out and joined everyone else, they rallied some tables together, and yeah, it was. We had the pleasure of Water Patat coming on over and meeting us. It was just a great time. Really enjoyed it. It's nothing for Exile. What's this peeps? Yeah. CJ's just put again in chat, Drake for life. Spectre, you meant to clear this stuff out of chat, man. That's not what we want in chat. I'm not there for censorship, but Drake are a criminal organization and I don't appreciate them.
But what we do appreciate
is nice.
Is the Aegis Hammerhead early supporter card number 4 that you won. Well, I say won. You were awarded, you were gifted, along with the Gatsby.
Yeah. Well, the Gatsby was different. The Gatsby was a challenge from Fresh as Ice. And he's a talent. Not only is he a talented Squadrons player and teacher, he's also a very talented pilot in Star Citizen as well. He's with what's the organization called? Shadow Moses. Yeah. He's always sending me videos of like what he does. It's incredible, the sort of the combat flying that he does, and yeah, he absolutely, like, I went against him on Squadrons, and he completely decimated me in a few rounds. And he was like, "Oh, if you play me, I'll give you the Gatsby if you win." So he put it on the table, and he just wiped me off the table. And he was like, "You're a good sportsman, so I'll give it to you anyway." This was the most hollow victory I've ever had in a few years' time. But nice memory of getting kicked completely and absolutely destroyed. So let's see how that goes.
I did not realise, but there is a misprint of the Infinity card that's out there.
Is there?
Yeah, there's only 50 copies. I believe it says Mercenary Galaxy Hero at the top, and I think it's supposed to say something else. I don't know. Oh, hang on, we've got one.
So
we've got one.
Did I hear this correctly? Are we having a special guest this episode?
No, we are not. This is just you and I.
No?
Yes, Gib now.
So we're not having a caller in?
No, I don't believe so.
No.
I mean, we can get them.
I thought that was the whole preparation for this.
I'm sure if anyone wants to pop in, they can either put a message in the chat and one of the mods will sort them out with the process to get into server to appear as a speaker. But yeah, so these are the cards that they put out. See your message? No, he is not. Yeah, these are the cards that Thomas and his team produce. and these are very limited
You say
quantity cards.
imprisoned.
Imprisoned.
Um,
No. So yeah, absolutely
that thing.
quality cards, as you can see, like them in the frame that does no justice really, but
Oh,
it's such a
look
great
at the
game.
Idris. Oh, and do you know the name of the Idris? You've
Are you
muted
asking me?
yourself.
No, are you asking me,
Oh
or
no,
are you
no,
asking
you're him.
chat?
Okay,
I know what it's called.
uh, I'll ask you.
Archeron. Come at
Yeah,
me, bro. Come at me.
that's the same name as my Carrack.
There you go.
So when he showed
That's
that card,
only
I was just
because
like,
you put the spaces in, like I told you.
"That's true. That's very true."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I just noticed a huge spider coming up my wall right now.
Give it your referral code.
Have you heard about Star Citizen?
Gib ship. So going
It
back
says no.
to low flying, obviously we've got Kyosa. Kyosa, another
Burnt
great
the house
guy,
down.
who just is
It's okay. I'll
quality.
just call him Steve.
He's having a couple of issues with low flying, which is why he's switched over to MSFS. With something to do with like desync in the planet surface. So although he's flying low, he clearly is not making contact and then just blows up in midair. So he's put a halt on low flying in Star Citizen for now, but surely this will be fixed very soon. And
Oh, Jesus! I just saw that explosion. Yeah, I mean, desync itself. I mean, we had an event the other day, right? And uh, the event was called Capture the Aurora, and we had two sides trying to capture this one point. The server just died. It was honestly a very well organized event by our man Chong, but the server just tanked, and it's really sad to see because you try and organize these events in game, but right now, I think post free fly, and running up to the new patch, um, you're better off just holding events in Arena Commander or going to your Bar Citizen. Bar Citizen near you.
yes, we'll get to that momentarily.
Which we're trying to convince our man Spectre, who is our connection in Cape Town, to start the very first, or at least I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Bar Citizen Cape Town.
It could
Like,
be. It could be the
honestly,
first ever Bar Citizen Africa.
it could be.
I'm not aware of there
You know,
being another.
that's quite a title to do.
Mm, that would be incredible.
Well, it's probably be the last two. What are you saying? No, definitely not.
Okay, cool.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
So, talking of Bar Citizens, my hometown, well, not hometown, home turf of Stafford, we will be hosting a Bar Citizen at Hogarth's on the High Street on the 3rd of August. But there's more of that on my X channel. I don't like calling it X being British. To us British, X mean kisses. So is that, follow me on. I'll send you a like, so yeah.
Wow.
I don't like calling it X. I much prefer X/Twitter. Yeah, fully appreciate not many of you are probably from around this area, but those that are, or from the UK, make the trip over. We're going to make it worthwhile. There is going to be a game we are playing there at Bar Citizen. Star Citizen related. Something we're going to try and see if it makes its way to official Bar Citizens soon afterwards, which will be rather interesting.
Come on down because it's going to be a great time.
2 till 9.
And it's not that far away from Manchester as well. So, you know, CIG, if you want to play bingo.
Shout out to the mods that are trying to outdo each other. How much value can we add to the stream? And they're doing fantastic. I'll
sell my account for a plane ticket.
No.
Well, hold on. Are we doing a bidding? Should we do a bidding right here?
What's in the account? Drop your ships. Drop the CSV. Go back to our last
We're going with
stream
$5
to see how you get a CSV of your hanger.
Yep. $5, take it or leave it. That's not how bidding works. Hector.
I mean, it's a kind
That's
offer.
Pirate Cat and a Nurser.
It's a very kind offer.
Pirate.
We jest. Talk about community though, and I've seen some interesting stuff in the grey market recently with people just going, "Oh, I want to sell my account," and they sort of like just leaving it to the masses. I'm like trying to push through people to go, "Wait, have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Mr. Chris Roberts?" No, I'm like, let's have a look at what you've got.
Have you heard of Lamp?
Oh mate, the people that are, they're just like, oh, just yeah, everything's going at 60%. My heart dies when I see people selling their stuff at 60%.
Well, that's in-store credit.
Yes, yeah, but that's yeah.
Like,
so
that's
they're
not
melting.
entirely accounts.
They're melting their account
Yeah.
and then selling. But the way that they're
Yeah.
doing it is then we know how it works. We did that
Yeah.
before, but
the selling of accounts obviously goes against CRG policy.
it does. But
So like, you know,
they sell their ships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop taking me so
definitely.
literally.
And I think, well, you know, if it's not got LTI, you know what I'm like. I don't give. Yeah. I don't
Where
wanna
do
know
you
about
sit
it.
on the fence? Like standalone LTI is better or CCU LTI?
LTI is LTI.
That's fair.
Like CCU often better. Like standalone, I think only matters when you have an interesting, like say for example, the Lightspeed package. It's got the 350R in it. That's quite nice because that's an old package. But yeah.
So what I've been doing is approaching people and saying, look, don't melt your stuff yet. What have you got to begin with? And then coaching them through where they could be aiming stuff. There was a guy who was offering to sell all his stuff the other day. The guy had some decent discounts, 45 to 55-ish%. There were a couple that were a bit higher through CCU chain. And he was just going to melt it and sell that credit at 60%. So not only has he got this massive wealth of ships that he's paid this amount of money for, but he's only going to receive this amount of money. I was like, just don't. Please don't. Try and find a different way to fund what you're trying to do. There's no point giving up all this advantage that you've had through playing CCU game. All that reward be just melted and gone.
I mean, we've all been there, right? Especially during COVID. That was one time I noticed in the market where, you know, loads of people, we had a lot of people in the US going, guys, we need to fund medical bills. Can you, you know, and you see them sell stuff for like 60%, 55%, and eventually 50%. And it would be stuff with 120 months insurance that was CCU'd. They melt their account, put it into like stuff like that for store credit, and then sell it over at 50%. But the rarer stuff, like if there's a Valkyrie Liberator, or trying to think of something else here, like some sort of best in show ship, like they actually go up in value and go over the actual value. So it's depending on what an individual has. But going back onto the topic of events, one of the things that I've not really seen from my perspective, because it was only really until I met you that I delved more into sort of becoming, you know, joining in with the whole streaming and presenting where we are with Star Citizen and stuff like that. CIG, I often heard they were doing more events for concierge, where people could actually go to the studios, have tours, and they did have like more events for the backers where you could go around, visit, and check out the studios themselves. And I don't know what's happening with them. And a part of me really wishes they would bring them back, because I think that would be a really cool thing for the backers. Because being able to see, it's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, right? You want to go see where chocolate's made. So you know, for Star Citizen, it'd just be cool to go there and see the devs, because we get to go drinking with them. Just be nice to see the studio, considering that the guys, who is it, the guys that do the 3D printing? That's JRDF Fabrication.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're designing the new Manchester office. So it'd be really cool to see what they've done with that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to get a guided tour around the offices, and I mean, it was there on the plate, wasn't it? Like, if you managed to get into the gala, part of the gala would be that you got the guided tour around the offices.
Yeah.
The things I hear, the little whispers, the little grains I hear, and then some people are like, "No, that doesn't exist," and you're like, "I don't know who to believe," but yeah, it sounds incredible. Like, yeah,
I think it would be nice. Like, we have the guys that do Bar Citizen are doing such a great job with that and creating cool tools with Discord to sort of coordinate and facilitate community gatherings. It'd be really nice to see CIG capitalize on that, so that we can get more things like Beacon and Bar Citizens going. So yeah, where are we on the notes though?
I haven't even got the notes up. I know we got prepared for it. It was like just a couple of things. And we're like, yeah, cool. I'm just happy to be here chatting.
Should we go to the chat?
Let's go to the chat.
Have any of you guys got any kind of community experiences? And if so, or if not, like, what kind of community experiences do you think? And this is in-person community experiences. This isn't like I'm going to go pirate someone's ship.
To be fair, I'd be
With a
quite keen to know like ideas that people would have if they could swish a magic wand and make these people appear for an event. Like, what sort of event would they run? I know that I would run esports heavy events with like commentators and 50 per side, and just going, right, commanders, this is the situation. You're going to be here. You can be here. When we say go, you're going to meet somewhere and in the middle, and just try and obliterate the opponents. And just see what ships they bring into the fray. How they're going to crew those? Are they going to bring more ships but like less crew in those ships, or are they going to go hammerheads? Like, let's go max out, and because it's all well and good going, oh wow, my hammerhead's fully crewed, but okay, is the pilot versed on how to fly? Are you trained? The communication, 50 a channel. That's going to be interesting. How are they going to break that down? And really sort of like, you'll start to see the min-maxer style of things come out. Is like minimum input, maximum output. How can we best strategize and make the most of what we've got? You've got people. I'll probably start learning the size of the components and what components are best and stuff. I know Mr. CJ is like our wizard when it comes to stuff like this, and the autism, he just pops it out of his head. Yeah. He's gonna love saying that I said that. He's definitely
autistic or autistic?
No, he's autistic.
Oh my god.
Nah, he's not really, but sometimes it's like
Data Shwami. Oh, Data Shwami's just said, not done one yet. It would be awesome to have one of those wars like people saw in EVE Online, rather than fully pitched battle, have hit run ships. Yet Data, we're also talking about sort of like in-person events as well. Like, have you ever been to a Bar Citizen yourself? Or have you been to a CitizenCon? Wondark, actually, have you ever been to a CitizenCon?
Nope. This will be my first. I tried to get work to do it because I was over in LA. I did not realise my hotel was like right on CIG. It's such a shame, but yeah. So whilst I was over there, it was like a week difference between when Code Bowl finished and when CitizenCon began. And given that we were heavily involved with organising stuff for like live events at Insomnia, British Army actually holds the crown for the first ever in-person event, very closely and shortly followed by Ammo Esports, who did their first live event at CitizenCon. And actually, as a result, we were trying to say, look, we are doing this. They did pick up in the end, and they actually had changed their wording on their adverts. Originally it was the first ever live event, and then it was the first ever live event at CitizenCon. Was what they changed their wording to, which is super appreciative. Obviously, this community is amazing. That's not an easy task to go back and edit and delete and repost stuff. So hats off to them, because at the time we weren't able to quite get hold of them. Yeah.
It was nice seeing Corsair at Beacon as well.
Great guy.
Like,
him and Crucian.
When he
man,
mentioned
yeah.
Crucian helped you out big time. With the CR line, right?
Yes, he did. Yes, I almost forgot.
Yeah, so thank you, Crucian, for that. Oh, legs.
So, yeah, he's the shorts.
Short.
So, the card is from Tyler Witkin out in Barcelona. That's better for you there. Legatus card. Signed by Chris Roberts at Beacon, which was handed to him by Crucian because they closed the line. It's like, it was too hot to queue up before his time. He just wanted to join the queue. And no. Literally closed the queue in front of me. I was like, thanks. So, yeah, Crucian, top guy. Shout out to him.
So, I mean, my first experience meeting Corsair, though, was actually at Manchester CitizenCon, the one before COVID. And we were all, like, the whole community, whereas at like Bar Citizen, we were drinking till like to like when the bar closed, and then we all went off, and then got like 4 hours sleep or something like that, and then we all got up. And this was the old synchronizer guys, and we sort of found breakfast, went to queue up, but we found out that we had 6 Germans in front of us, and then we were pretty much first in line to get in. So we got there super early, and when the doors opened, Tyler Witkin came out, and he started talking to all the guys on the front line, going, "Guys, do you want to be interviewed?" Because they were looking for trying to find people that they could put in during the breaks to like fill it up. And these German guys, they struggled speaking English, even though their English was all right. But like, I'm not sure if it was Tyler's accent or something like that, but they just didn't really understand. It's like, do we want to be interviewed? No. So then he came to me and he was like, "Do you want to be?" And before he even asked me, I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And he was like, "Great, come with me." So I was the first citizen in through that, and like, I wasn't like you are, being like a streamer in that. I was just an average citizen, and it just blew my mind. So that's always going to be one of the biggest moments for me, when like CIG just pulled me off the line, brought me in, and like we're walking through, and like I'm seeing everything that's going to be shown to everyone. And I don't want to see this already. This is bad. And then I get through into the area where they have all the different what do you call them, orgs, set up with their tables, and there's a huge table in the center, and you got Brian Chambers, Todd Pappy, and all these other guys just sat around it, and like he just put me on this table and just said, "There you go." So I was like, "Oh, hi." So I just chatted to them before like the citizens actually got in, and I think it was only CIG and like volunteers in there, so they were like going, "Who the hell is this guy?" And Tyler just left me there, and I was like going around, and then he's the community manager from Leipzig. It's
Ulf.
Ulf, is it?
Yeah, Ulf
Ulf.
Kashinger.
Yeah. I just hung on his arm for like until the citizens came in, and then I just found a decent seat, and I managed to go front row, which was amazing for that. So
Do you want
that's
massive
definitely.
benefit of live?
Do I want massive?
No, I'm doing that thing where I thought he had a break and then started talking. Carry on.
It's huge, humongous.
Look at the size of that.
What's
Wang!
massive?
Pay attention.
Johnson.
But okay, right.
I still love it when you see the whole D on the radar. Every time I see that, I always think of that Austin Powers scene.
You see the whole D on the radar?
You see the whole D. Yeah, when you see the Hull-D like in the shield, like when you're flying the Hull-D and it's not deployed, and
Are
you just
you
see the
Eva
self-status
Carty?
thing.
Are you from the future?
Oh, sorry, Hull-C.
There we go. When you extendo the Pinot.
Yeah, yeah. Extendo the Pinot. Give them the Hull-D. Give them the
Give him the D. One of the major benefits of going to live events is obviously getting actual stuff, like actual. You can get the PDFs of
Did
the
you just
Daymar
pull out
Rally.
the swag bag?
Oh, I did pull out the swag bag. I mean, look at the quality of this printing. I mean, when we were flicking through it,
Do you want me to get my swag bags?
you got yours signed, didn't
we're
you?
gonna do
I
this,
got
right?
mine signed for one of our org friends. But yes, whilst he's away, you can get these lovely brochures from the Atmos stands. I say Crucian and Corset, great guys, man, really great guys. Look at that, Drake, Corset, Buccaneer. Nearly your favourite ship. But yeah, really worthwhile going to live events. Why did you do that for? Oh, he hasn't got headphones on either. Can't believe you went AFK during the live stream and there's me having to babble to the camera.
Well, I'm sorry, when you got so much swag.
Gosh.
I've held on to these things for like so long. I'm just trying to find. This is 2947. So this was the Frankfurt one, and honestly, this was definitely.
Do you think we'll get them for this year?
I put almost. Yeah. First of all, this is the stuff from
I'm glad you're pulling that out because I meant to go get that.
manual.
Give it a flick through. Shout out to Kevski 3D.
I'll Kevski 3D. If you need a technical manual, that's the guy you go to for it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean,
he's put so much work. This is a one-person band who has produced these incredible booklets. People did come to our Bar Citizen back in, it was March, wasn't it? Were able to get their hands on these. Now there might be another one coming. I'm not going to share too many details about that, but there might be another ship coming and an updated version of the Fury manual.
So what we got in here that is related to that. So this was the actual book of the day, showing the manufacturers, and managed to get mine signed by CIG,
Nice.
which was fantastic. So Chris Roberts and all that, and I think John Crew, the law team, and all that stuff. So that's very special.
Man, I'm really looking forward to CitizenCon. My wife has no idea how much I'm looking forward to CitizenCon.
Oh yeah, we got the standard Star Citizen umbrella because in Frankfurt it's like England, mate. It doesn't stop raining.
Just moist, every day moist.
That was a nice thing they did. What have we got in here? Let's get everything put on.
So what sort of things would you like to see in a swag bag this year? I mean, you've been to so many of them. With it being my first, what? Well, I'm not saying what would I expect.
First of all, I think the bag itself, right? Like this was an actual like proper material bag, and it's lasted a long time, and it's quite good quality. So I definitely would like to see that. In terms of swag, though, trying to see if we still got it here.
You kind of, because you've bent over, it's kind of coming through like a bit like Steptoe. Harold?
Harold. Right, here we go. So I haven't got much room to maneuver.
I wouldn't hunch you, but it's the old overlay.
So here we go. This kind of hints at what's coming.
Exclusive and free.
So
Scan
this was
there back in the day as well. Nice.
Yeah. So this was the attendee thing that we had. So you had your you line up, you get your attendee lanyard, it have your profile picture on it and everything like that. And I thought that was a really nice touch.
Sure, you don't mean a multipass.
Multipass. Yeah, this was actually the CitizenCon Manchester one, which I thought was a lot better. It was really nice printed card. 500 gift card giveaway, Twitch. Okay, cool. There's loads of stuff there. You'd get stickers, you know.
I have one of them.
More stickers. And these were things that you pick up from. Oh yeah. What's this say? Give me some space. Bumper sticker. So that, I mean, that. What I do want to see in a swag bag again is this, and this was very cool because this was when the Pioneer released, and you had like your Pioneer is reserved. So the Pioneer right now on the store is $850, but if you went to this event, it was $750, so they knocked 100 off it. What I definitely want to see in the swag bag is this.
This is it, is it?
That is my gold card. Says Eingang, and on the little bottom there, number 40. So I was like number 40 of the people that won an SSD with the Saber Raven, and then you had Game Glass as well. So yeah, I'm never going to get rid of that card. That card is almost just as special as the Saber Raven itself. And if you go to a live event, you'll be pelted with test badges like that, which I have held on to, but
I
don't know
saw,
why. But they're very cool.
whilst I was
Yeah.
driving the other day, a guy on a bicycle who had on like this bright yellow, like spandex top. I drove past last night, and I realised it had the same logo as Test. I was like, nah, this is like Crash Test Dummy sort of like thing. I know obviously they took the inspiration from there. And the further down the road I got, I was like, no, it had the wings on it. So I'm pretty sure someone's got a Test like cycling top, like a tight fitting. I was like, they've got all the merch. All the merch. Every now and again I see someone in like the black and like the grey t-shirt that you get from the concierge store. And I was like, my guy.
I mean, some of the merch that we're seeing now from the community is just fantastic. I mean, those Atmo Esport shirts for the Daymar Rally were really cool, and the ones for the year before, like that kind of geometric stuff, and the quality of the material was really good as well. And I would like to see CIG really invest more into their merch store, because I'm looking to buy stuff, but you know, I think they rest heavily on what they have there, but like they really need to do more like different and almost better quality stuff. I think would be nice. Like some of the things like water bottles and stuff like that. I'd like to see more premium end sort of merchandise. So yeah, but that's kind of all the swag.
But the way that I
I've
understand
kept.
it is that they are improving on this front. It's all about licensing and getting those contracts, making sure that you get those contracts in front of the right person at CIG. We did hear that they recently employed someone new who knows about contracts and law and all that sort of stuff. So we could potentially see things starting to come out in the community. I mean, look, it's only tomorrow, and Monster Tech are revealing the chairs. To my knowledge, there is 4 of them. We have seen 3 already. So
they came too late, damn it! They came too late. Like, I've got this Secret Labs Cookie and Cream. They should have come like 2 years ago when I was looking for a chair, because I would have gone yes.
Hive Mind Torby, just as I'm talking about, he's posted the question about it. So it is tomorrow. They are either announcing and releasing. I'm not sure which one we'll see. I'm not privy to that sort of information, but yeah, to my knowledge, there's 4 of them. We've seen 3 of them on last week's Inside Star Citizen, or no, Star Citizen Live. Go back and see that. Really durable chairs, as we know, and yeah, highly recommend Monster Tech.
So we've got Anvil RSI, which to me was my favorite of all the chairs, and then Mirai. So if we've got Mirai, I don't think it'll be Misk. I think someone mentioned it's going to be Misk. I don't think it'll be that. I would really love to see a Crusader chair, because you have that nice, because you had 2 dark ones and then you had a red one, and I just thought it'd be nice to see one that was quite light like this chair that I've got here. That would be nice, I think, for a color palette. But what manufacturer would you like to see chair wise?
Me or chat? Because I'll go. I would give it Aegis, mate. Aegis needs to be a thing, but in which direction they go with it, I'd love to see a Saber Raven chair bundled with a Saber Raven code would be amazing. I seem to know so many people who like genuinely want that ship, not because it's rare, but like me, I wanted it because I was like, oh yeah, cool, it's a rare ship. Like you see this in every game, yeah, whatever. Going for 1,200 quid online? Nah, not interested. Then you let me fly yours, and wow, does that thing fly well? And
I mean, let's be honest. Like, if you want a Drake chair from Monster, you buy the Anvil one, you light a cigarette, and then you put it out on the chair, and you then like cut it up a bit with a Stanley knife and put some duct tape over it. You've got Drake. I'm just waiting to see the chat.
I've actually got a picture of the Drake chair. Just loading up for you now. It's one that they were happy for everyone to see. It's a Monster Tech exclusive inbound. Internet's going so slow at my end. I've got like 17 tabs open. Here we go. Drake chair.
Wait, hold on. It's got 4 legs. That's not Drake chair.
Oh, maybe. Origin. I think Origin would be a great one for Monster Tech to have started off with, because these ships are by virtue extensions of our personality, unless you're like some of the people we know, just like, oh, there's a new ship, I must have it, give it to me now. Like if people would,
let's be, no, sorry, go ahead.
So, for instance, your Origin owners are people who don't mind spending money on luxury, but they don't necessarily get the same usability or utility function out of that craft. Whereas you go down the other end of the scope, and I know Drake is obviously like pirate and stuff, and Aegis is more like geared towards higher spec, almost like military style vehicles. But you're gonna get like, Origin haven't provided a single miner or salvage craft or anything really like that, have they?
Because it's beneath them.
Yeah, they've got a tractor beam on. Is it the 325A?
Yeah, but that's as far as they're willing to go.
That's literally your only thing. So if you 315p, thank you for the correction.
Yeah.
So, like, if you are starting out, they're not really the ships for you unless you're going to go with like the Interceptor or just want to move some large boxes. Now we have found nefarious uses for the 315, which we will not divulge at this moment. But whilst we put everything together, but yeah, there's not really much to Origin. So on that alone, people who are diehard Origin fans will probably go, an Origin chair? I don't care how much it costs. I'm buying that. And I think when you're doing a new product launch, it'll be brilliant for them.
Well, from Origin standpoint, it will be like Art Deco type style. So I'm just imagining like this carved piece of like marble that's like perfectly proportioned to your back, and ridiculously priced and massively heavy and ridiculous, because why would you want to take that up to space? I don't know. But that's Origin. They're all about style over functionality, I'd say. Or at least in their ships. This. But yeah, the 315p is just there. They don't have any kind of utilitarian ships. They put the tractor beam on it for those germaphobes, like those rich germaphobes, where they don't want to touch something that another citizen has touched, so they can just tractor beam one thing to another without needing to interact with it. That's definitely what 315p is there for.
I mean, we know someone who loves Origin, don't we? Yeah,
Yes.
He won't let you put bottles down on his ship. He's very house proud, to say the least.
It's like, put a coaster underneath that. I'm sorry, I'll space you. Like,
the thing is, it's not role playing either. He just wants you to, yeah, he wants it to be. That's how he wants it. Like, it's just part of his personality.
or is it?
We love him for him.
Is it role play?
No, he's not role playing.
I think.
I could see him getting seriously angry if he. I might start saving up my empty bottles and then just go into the captain's quarters and just like dump. Was it you? No, wouldn't do a thing like that. Here is the quantum dispatch of you saying you're going to do it. Is he here?
He's just actually. Yeah, I've just seen him jump into chat, so I'm just gonna.
No. So yeah, man, I love this community, this class. Obviously, there's bad apples anywhere you look. There's people who I believe are stepping on this game for their own like clickbaitiness, and I don't appreciate that. But I really see what they're doing. I've obviously met the devs numerous times at these bosses, and you see how much passion they have, man. And when they're telling you about the part of the game that they're working, they're almost tearing up at points because you could see just how much they believe in the project. People have taken serious pay cuts, have moved families from across the earth to work at CIG, and that speaks bounds, man, for them as a company and the project in the whole.
Yeah.
So long may he reign. Chris Rivers.
Well said. I think for me, like, it's the group of people that you meet through this game. How awesome it's been since I've joined a large org and stuck with it since 2018. You know, I was often playing solo with my friends and stuff like that, and it was just, you know, I was not sure about going into a larger group, but when lockdown hit and you couldn't go out and do stuff, you know, I was working from home anyway, so you get cabin fever quite a bit. You wouldn't be able to go out, and like you'd go out like one time a day, whatever the government allows you to do. But I when I get to meet people that I've socialized with in game and met on Discord, and we've become friends, and we get to meet at Bar Citizen, the amount of guys that come to me and go, I'm so happy I get to play this game, and you know, we get to chat because they're locked down. But when I was in lockdown, I had, you know, my partner, and we also had my mother there as well. So like we had a nice community inside that house, whereas like there's some people out there that were living on their own during that time. So having the ability to have that group and have Star Citizen to play, but it's not like every other gaming organization, like community out there. Like people can enjoy the game and they can chat, and it got people through a lot of difficulty, which is really cool to see, and it's continuing to do that. You know, you meet people and they're generally shocked at how nice this community is. We do have the oddball every now and then.
We do. Sometimes I think it's the actual game's composition. I know it's like full of bugs and stuff at the moment because it's. I mean, what building site is ever ready to live in? Really, it's not, is it? So, yeah, it's going to have issues. This is why if you buy a new build house on what is essentially a building site, you get a lot of like money off of what you're doing. So, but that being said, it takes a specific type of citizen to endure and love the game as much as we do. And if you've got a bug, well, try and work around it. And there's fun in all of that. Obviously, we come up against it yesterday during the event. Really well planned event by one of our org mates, but unfortunately, server performance let the event down. It just meant that it couldn't happen. But we knew enough to say, well, this is going to be a good event. And it could even factor into a level of testing at the scale that we were doing it at. But because of those bugs and because it requires a person of patience, I think it dictates that the citizens we're going to meet that are invested in this game are of a particular like composure.
Yeah.
So it's not like you Call of Duty lobbies or anything like that. It's very much like a more mature audience, either in age or just in their demeanor. And and we've got people like CJ.
People like CJ who are just leaving right now.
Yeah.
But like people like Carrot. He's just absolutely awesome. People like the amount of people that I've met that are battling something day to day, could be life condition or like physical disability, that use this and can talk about that sort of stuff through Star Citizen and through the community. It's doing better than a lot of the NHS initiative, for allowing guys like us or even women to speak. And I think that's something that's so cool that we could probably, expand upon maybe. But we're all here to play a game and have fun, so that's something to keep in mind.
Well, I think for our first like community spotlight, this is we've run over time as we always do. We're going to keep it to an hour. We do actually have a call to go on to as well. Immediately after this.
I told you, do we have a special?
No, you've confused it. He's not a guest onto the show. We've got to leave the show to go and contact that person about things. Okay. So, sorry to say.
Suzu, but soon, who knows? Maybe we will get this person on, right? Can I do that?
Of course. Yeah, that person's definitely coming on. And then bringing their wares with them as well. As are quite a few people that we've got lined up. There's one really in-depth one I think is going to go on for 3 or 4 hours at least. So bring your notepads and pens that one, because that's going to be incredible for those that are going to be interested in building your own sim rig, shall we say, and avoiding the pitfalls of that.
Yeah.
But I think for now that's pretty much.
Yeah, I see what you're doing there. Sim pit, pitfalls, sim pit. No.
There you go.
Come on, let me have that.
Ha-ha's in chat. Aha.
Ha. Aha.
But
great.
Thanks to everyone in chat and everyone on YouTube that sees
fantastic.
This. Yeah. Like I said, our last departing message would be, if you are a community lead in a particular niche, or you bring something to the table, or you know someone that fits that bill, please fire us a message and say, look at this guy, and we'll get in touch with him, or get them to come to us and say, hi, I do this, and links to their videos and whatnot. A rising tide raises all ships, or as I like to say,
let us know,
together the pack eats.
Let us know, any special community figures that you think, wow, this needs to be flagged up. Send it our way, and we'll be like, I'm not sure about that. Based on what you guys talk about in chat, that's why. You guys are messed up. Talk about Drake all the time.
Right, I think that's all from me.
And that's all from me.
Thank you very much, guys. And good night.